They just get the play off. Now Prescott able to get this to Gordon. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Seven's the mark. Here we go. Hey, kill. 27. Then we're going to 52. Truck. 7. Hey, watch the 22.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On second down now, it's Harris. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Jackson. And an alley to run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On second down, it's Harris. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I'm coming after you. Hey, kill. 27. I'm on. Under. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I don't think I'm off. Hey, 47. Check Mike 21. 26.
On second and 15 now. Prescott, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Prescott off play action. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check 47. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. 26.
Prescott now. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he would be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Jackson escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time.
Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go. Here we go. You go tight.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. Here's Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the goose. Watch the goose.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, kill. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 22.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Showing it. Then we're going to 53.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel. Check.
Here's Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now. It's Gordon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Gun. Shit. We're going to 53.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Hey, kill. 47. Mike 7. Stop your whining. Mike 7. Watch the run. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. 26.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33.
We're going to 53. 26.
Now Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Switch.
The Vikings 30.
Here we go, 46.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Rip left. Under 10. 10. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, kill. 26.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On the ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Jackson now. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. They run again with Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Third and goal, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a third down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. First and 10, it's Jackson taking a shot for Samuel. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Curtis Samuel, 48 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run it here with Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
47. 7.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Mike 7. He'll go 46. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go. 15 Here we go, D.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get drown out my problems. Let me. When up in this magic with the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.